Okay, you guys asked for a tour of the new studio shed situation that I started. Without further ado, here is the final product. Let's see if we can kind of walk away from it here. It's a 10 by 12, very small, basic, just like a room, like an office. I kind of used this LP siding, and then I kind of made a board and batten effect by just putting some pretty inexpensive boards, nailed those over the top on the on the seams and everything. So that kind of gives it a cool finished look. Composite roofing. I think I showed the video of that. I can't remember, but that came out good. I do have to do a couple little. I have to paint a little bit there and touch up some stuff. Put a couple pieces in there. There's still some mess behind here, but let's go back behind it because this is kind of fun. At the end of the year, last year, we got some two-person kayaks, so we store those back here. And there's leftover building materials and junk back there that I got to clean up in the spring, but those are hanging on the side here with some brackets that it's kind of cool, so they stay out of the way. So we'll dig those out in the spring or in the summer, and you guys can see those. Let's go around here. I don't know. It's really basic. I mean, I put a couple of lights out here that I can turn on for for some outside lights. That's kind of cool. I did an outlet back here, one outside outlet. Did a electrician hooked up a outside power panel so it kind of frees up the inside. I put a mini split system in here. I did not trim this because I was already at the 10-foot minimum with this system, so I just kind of let it flow around there. I didn't want to have any real low spots in here. Like a lot of people coil these up. I just didn't want to do that. And you don't really see it back here at all. This is behind everything, so I do have some trim I can put on here to make it look a little better. But yeah, pretty basic. So that's mounted on brackets, which I will probably change. That is kind of noisy. I mean, this thing isn't all that bad, but it does kind of have a hum, like a very low hum when it turns on. So I think I'm going to put it on a bracket or on a stand right there and separate it. So another reason for leaving that a little long and leaving that a little long. I'm going to set it on a stand. That'll make it super quiet on the inside. Pop in here. This is the interior. So there's the big desk, the 8-foot desk. I went with a windowed door right here that I can actually open this up to get fresh air in the summertime. Plus I can see the kids out here playing. That's kind of nice. Lets a little bit of extra natural light in, which is important for me. As you can see right now, I don't even have the lights turned on. It's pretty bright in here still, bright enough for me. We put these shades on here. They're not blackouts, so they let a little bit of the light come in. So my career is an industrial designer, so I prefer to have a lot of natural light, or at least some, during certain parts of the design process. Like when I'm hand sketching with pen and paper, I like to have a lot of natural light rather than just like fluorescent office light. So I kind of have these coming in that lights up this area. I can dim it down a little bit. Sometimes in the morning, well, there's certain times of the day where the sun comes across and blinds you. So I can put those down and it'll still let the light in, but it won't glare at all. And it works really well. I put in this, it's like a durable hardwood floor. It's a fake hardwood floor. It's the same stuff that's in our house. Matched it exactly. We had some leftover from the house, from the builders left in one of the closets, and so I used that and just had to get another couple of packs. So it was fairly inexpensive and very easy to do. Went with a backdrop. You guys might have seen this in the last live video. I went with like a pine, tongue and groove pine back wall, accent wall, which I may end up staining. And then I have a couple of spots open here up top for lighting. So I thought I might need some more lighting, like down facing lighting for this desk, but I don't know if I'm going to need that. So I might just put an outlet up there. And then if I do need it, I'll just, I can put a hangy, some sort of shop light or something in there. This one, I think I'm going to put some sort of track lighting, some accent lighting to kind of hit that wall. And then I got to figure out how I'm gonna do that to make it kind of interesting. I was thinking maybe of hanging up, like this hunting pack and some of my gear, just to give it some interest and make it look kind of cool in here. Got the Dometic in here for some drinks, no big deal. Went and picked up this very inexpensive but halfway decent Harbor Freight toolbox. That stores all my, that stores all the drawing equipment, extra paper, electronic stuff, samples and stuff like that I use for work. I don't really know what to do with this amp, so I put it out here, and then I have to hang up. I think I'm going to hang up my guitars. But there's the mini split, and it's actually putting out some pretty good heat right now. I don't know if you can hear this on the video, but I can definitely, very slightly, I can feel it vibrating. It's not that loud, it's not that obnoxious, but I can hear it. If that thing was mounted on a stand and not mounted directly to that outside wall, I think it would be completely silent. This right here just makes just a little tiny bit of noise with that fan. They're really pretty nice. They seem to be very efficient, and I can program it, to like, in the morning turn on and then turn off after work. So, just some toolbox. I still have to do a few things. I got some extra tools, stuff laying around here. And then the biggest problem I'm having here is I got to figure out what the heck to do with this 3D printer. I'd like to make a little corner piece or something like that to put the 3D printer, and then I have another printer to go out here as well. I don't really want to put it on the desktop. I had a setup at our old house with the same desktop, and I think I just put it right there, like at the very end of it. But it took up some space, and when it's on, it kind of shakes the table around, so it's not super ideal. But yeah, basically that's it. Not a whole lot really else to show. I'm going to probably end up doing a shelf right here where I can put the ham radio stuff. There's an antenna sitting over here in the corner that's just like hanging out. That's going to go, well, not that antenna, but a similar one is going to go on the outside, and I have to run all the coax and everything to like lightning arresters and stuff like that. So that's going to be, in here as well. I kind of want to make this like a makeshift ham shack, might as well. And I'll have all my radios and stuff probably on that shelf, kind of above there, so I can just kind of, get them off the desk, off the table, out of the way, and then, easy to see. So that'll be kind of cool. Yeah, give me some ideas what you think I should do back here. Ultimately, if we start doing videos again, this will probably be the backdrop. I got this little accent lighting thing. I don't know if you saw that on the video last time, but it's kind of cool. Gives you a little color, especially when it's dark. But yeah, pretty basic. It's just a room, It's basically just built a little room in the backyard, nice and warm out here. Floor is insulated, like you saw in the earlier videos. So floor's insulated, everything is insulated. I have a lot of insulation up in the ceiling area. I think I have 6-inch rafters up there, so I used a whole bunch of insulation on the top. I do need to put a little bit of insulation in this and finish it. Why I didn't paint that white when I was painting the ceiling, I still don't know, but I did texture it, so I just need to go paint it and then put a little bit of trim work around that and kind of clean it up, and then that gives you a little access. There's not a lot of room up there. It's like probably less than 2 feet at the peak, so I can throw some boxes and some storage stuff up there, just stuff you don't need to get to because it doesn't have a ladder. So it's stuff I don't want to get to all the time, and just overflow stuff, so I can stash a few things up there. Not a lot, but a little bit. I can also use it to run cables, like for instance the coax. I'm probably going to run, I don't know if you can see my finger, I'm probably going to run that. Coax is going to have to come down on the outside from an antenna, ground it, and then it's going to have that lightning arrestor or whatever you call it on there, and then that's going to have to be routed back up somewhere. And I got to figure out a nice way to route that inside. So I might actually go in through the attic or the little crawl space up there, and then drop it down through the wall. And I don't know. I got to figure that out. But that's going to be kind of interesting. That doesn't know what to do with the light. See, that's the problem. It'll start glaring. You can see it's sun's coming in. So we kill that. That kind of calms it down a little bit. Let's turn on the normal lights. Okay, so we have our lights on. These are interesting because, you know, for my design stuff, I like to be able to change the uh, the the color of the light, so I can make it look just like natural light. I can warm it up. I mainly use it because I like to make it look like daylight. You know, when I'm working, I can kind of match. I can almost match the outside light pretty well, and then I can warm them up if I want to have kind of that look. But you know, when I'm drawing, I like to have kind of that natural light. But they do pretty well. Very simple, not that expensive anymore, and sure, a lot better than like what you'll see in normal offices, you know, around the world where you have like the fluorescent stuff that's all flickering and nasty. All right, so that is the grand tour of the exterior and the interior of the new shed studio build that we did over the last year. I'm really glad to have this thing done. Like I said, I think it's going to be really helpful if we start firing up this YouTube channel thing again and doing. I mean, it's really easy to do live videos in here now because I have cameras set up. I had some comments on the last video I did, like, why don't you just show where you ended up? So that's where we're at. That's kind of where I'm working right now, and it really kind of frees up the house because now the kids have the office that we had and they can do their homeschool and all that stuff in there. Just gives a little more space in the house. It's not a huge house, so any amount of space we can save is good. It also is just so quiet out here. It's unbelievably quiet. The insulation came out really good, you know, especially insulating the floor. When you're in a colder climate, I really recommend insulating the floor if possible, because it just makes that much of a difference. The heater's coming on right now. It only takes a couple of seconds to heat this thing up, and that's it. So it really makes a huge difference in the cold climates. I haven't had a chance to test it in the hot weather yet. We'll get a chance to see that. But you know, having that mini split is going to be, that's plenty enough power for this small building. It's almost maybe too much, but that's where we are at. So let me know if you want to see anything else about this build. Maybe we'll do another live stream here pretty soon. You guys can get your questions ready. But I hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you on the next one.